Hi, so I'm back with another outdoor series. As you can see, I'm probably up in the mountains because there are actually clouds behind me and the wind here is incredibly strong. I'm not too sure how the Rode microphone is going to pick up the voice, but I hope they live up to their name and are able to kind of withstand the wind. Anyhow, I'm not really a travel vlogger. I'm not here to vlog about my life. I'm here to talk about the markets. So essentially, when you look at how the entire market is performing just this few days alone, the volatility around how the Fed is gonna perform, what is the interest rate hikes, inflation, job employment data, um, it's incredible. The amount of the volume of data that is coming out is crazy, and how many traders and how many investors are basically trading and investing around these news. So I'd just like to say that from my own perspective, I honestly couldn't care less, because at the end of the day, I would like to believe that we are probably all long-term investors. We are not really concerned about how the market is going to perform in the next 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 2 months, 3 months. Anyhow, for those of you who want to guess where I'm at, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. I don't know whether you recognize this statue or whatever. You guys just leave in the comment section down below on your guesses. But anyway, I think in terms of how the market is performing, I think at the end of the day, when you look at how you really invest, right, is your investment strategy, in this case, really reliant on how the market is going to perform in the short term? Whether is it a good economy, whether is it a bad economy, how recession is going to come, what's the probability of it, etc. I think for people, or at least for many of us, for those of you who passively invest, please continue passively investing. For those of you who actively invest, I think the economy by and large do have certain tailwinds to many of the companies you own. But at the end of the day, if you're investing for the long term and how the business is going to be created, how is it going to be built, how is it going to execute, many of these short-term headwinds really don't matter. And for those of you who know, even though I might sound a little bit bearish to some of these economic indicators, I still remain 100% invested. I've never sold, or at least in my own recollection, unless the company fundamentally is impaired or whether I think that the fundamentals have changed. If not, I've been steadily holding, or at least some might call it back holding, on some of these companies. So that's my perspective. But in terms of dollar cost averaging wise, yes, I'm still consistently putting in money into the markets, even though I'm bearish, because I honestly know that I can't time the market. And I think at least in my own social media space, when I just open Twitter or some of these social media platforms, I can see an incredible amount of noise and crazy amount of polarity, especially on both sides of the camps, basically the bull and the bear case. So especially when the market is moving up at a crazy fashion, then the bulls will jump out and say, see, who cares about what recession, who cares about economic unemployment, etc, etc. On the flip side, when the market tanks, then you see all the bears coming out, calling each other names, saying that, I've told you so, it's so early on and there's still more room to fall. S&P is going to reach I don't know, 3,005, 3,200 points. So I think it's not abnormal, especially when there's so much uncertainty in the markets. And it's a normal feeling to feel that you don't know what to do, you want to sell out first, look at how things are going to perform, and then just wait for another entry to come in. But I'd just like to say that, honestly, if you have done your due diligence correctly or accurately, and at least to a large extent, you should feel even more confident to dollar cost average, because the market is actually providing you more opportunities to buy into it at a much cheaper valuation at least as well. And I think, personally, for me at least, I've been buying in. Just a disclosure as well. I still remain let's say I'm rather neutral. I don't really care where the market is going, but I'm tending towards a more bearish slant. I still think that there might be some room to go, but that's it. I still put in money. So don't look at what people say, look at what they do. And in this case, I'm still buying in. So do you think I'm bullish or bearish? I don't know, leave in the comments down below. But anyhow, for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who actually guessed it, yes, I'm currently in a part of China. I'm actually in Hong Kong. So yes, it's a special administration region, but they're still part of China. And when I walk around, I'm a tourist here, I walk around, I look at the streets, and the economic activity here is incredible, especially for those of you who know how to pick spaces or places to eat and stuff. I think people are kind of back to normal. Yes, there are still mask wearing and stuff, but it's back. And I would just like to say that I would triangulate to the data point. I'm still, my fundamental layer, my fundamental assumption is I still think that we are bound for a huge recovery, especially in the east side of the globe, even though there's a lot of recessionary talks on how it's going to be bad for the whole world, the US is slowing down, etc., etc. I'm not really interested. Most of the companies I own in my portfolio, they're China-based. Most of their revenues are coming from China, and I think for those of you who actually do follow many of these American counterparts that have a huge China exposure, companies like Starbucks, Lululemon, etc., they just recently reported, you can go check out their earnings report. Their growth in China is crazy. It's kind of just supplementing the slowdown in US. So yes, I still remain incredibly bullish on China and the entire recovery story, the growth story and whatnot, which also explains why most of my portfolio is in a particular region or a particular country. So I'm sure there are a lot of name callings out there in social media today. Many people say that you're reckless, you're stupid, why are you putting so much of your money or so all of your eggs in one basket, etc. Essentially, I think investing is really a personal sport. It's your own achievement. You kind of reflect your own worldview in how you want to allocate your portfolio. And in this case, I've already made my decision and I've done it or proven it in my actions. So you pick your own battle or you pick your own hill that you want to die on, like this hill I'm on. But anyhow, I think really just to kind of tie up the entire conclusion of how things are kind of playing out. I know that there have been a lot of concerns. Many people are worried about many things, but let's not forget that the stock market always climbs on a wall of worry. And even though I'm kind of not back and I'm not in my studio, and okay, it's not a studio, but I'm not at home with light boxes and stuff like that. Yes, I know that it's kind of a bad habit, I would say, to constantly be checking on the markets, checking on Bloomberg, checking on Wall Street Journal, going to your investing app and just scroll through and see how the companies are performing and stuff like that. I think just kind of take it easy. Yes, a lot of my net worth is in the markets. I know many of you also kind of am in the same position, but do not be too concerned about it. I guess at the end of the day, we need to be comfortable to the fact that we have taken this route. Some people love investing in properties. Some people like us love investing in stocks. Many of you do everything under the sun, and just by being up or down, if it affects your mood, then you probably might need to reevaluate your entire position and strategy again. So for those of you who are overseas, take some time off, go and have fun, go and enjoy and stuff. For those of you who are constantly obsessed with the markets, I'll just say sometimes you can just set a timer, or I think some of the phone apps, they allow you or they allow you to lock yourself out by saying that you can only check a particular app for, let's say, 10 minutes or something. If not, hope you guys enjoy your holidays or just take a break. And I know the market has been incredibly unforgiving with this amount of huge volatility. For traders out there, good luck. Hope you guys have fun in terms of trading the amount of volatility. And yes, I think just wanted to kind of update you guys because I probably wouldn't be very active because I'm kind of overseas. If I am, it's probably going to be another outdoor series again for the next 2 weeks or so. Hope you guys don't miss me too much and just leave in the comment section down below as well. You can also reach me on Instagram, and I know on my Twitter as well. A lot of you don't follow me on all my other socials. So yeah, hope you guys have a great one out there. With that, I'll see you in the next video. But more importantly, I will finally see you guys on the moon. Goodbye!